Hey, good morning. Welcome to Intervention with Mr. Gus, day 3. So today we're continuing with our I Spy Fly Guy story. I mean, really, what I did is I took an I Spy Fly Guy and typed it up and then put the breaks in it. So we're practicing on grouping the words together with our eyes and pausing. So make sure that you pause because the idea is we want to read everything correctly. Then we're going to start grouping things so that we read it faster, and eventually we'll start doing that kind of just naturally. So that's the goal. So it would sound like this: a zillion flies all answered, "Buzz." "Oh no," cried Buzz. "They all can say my name. How will I find Fly Guy?" Buzz spied a fly hiding. "Do I spy Fly Guy?" The fly flew away. Buzz spied a fly eating. "Do I spy, Fly Guy?" The fly boinked him on the nose and flew away. Buzz spied a fly landing on his hand. "Do I spy, Fly Guy?" The fly bit him and flew away. So tomorrow we find out if he actually finds Fly Guy. All right, so once you practice that, and I would like you to practice it out loud, then you're going to read Growing Up by the Sea. So yesterday we read about a person's life. So Luis Soriano, pretty amazing guy, riding his donkeys up into the village to get kids to read. Today you're going to read about the author, her growing up by the sea. So her name is Carrie Waters. So she's a pretty interesting. I like this book. I think it's great in that you really get a whole different perspective on what it's like to grow up. So way different from how I grew up. So this would technically kind of fall into that memoir, or like right now in writing, we're working on a narrative. So this is more of a memoir because it's talking about just her whole childhood, but really it falls kind of under that same realm of she's writing about herself. So on the first page, she says, "Me at age 10." That's Carrie Waters. That's the author. And then here you look up above her picture. Those are what fish eyes actually look like. So the first line's a great line. I played with fish eyes when I was a kid. Kind of fun. So you're going to read about that in the book too. So she didn't know that right away. So Growing Up by the Sea, that's her. Then they show you, and you always want to make sure when you're reading these kinds of books, you're looking at the pictures and you're reading, in this case, the captions that go along with them. So that's a lobster, that's a clam, that's a horseshoe crab, which she talks about she had as a pet, and a starfish. So you may have known some of those things already, but they're interesting to look at, and they're very good-looking pages. I like all the blue in them. So although it's a memoir, we're going to see photographs with pictures. We're going to see the labels that go with the pictures. So make sure that you read it all. There are a lot of words in this memoir that label things in the sea. So like you're going to see on page 7, they talk about, the ocean. So that's where, you have that really big body of water. So if you get out far enough, you can't even see the shore. That's how big an ocean is. You're also going to see your first diagram. So a diagram's a picture that's drawn and they have labels on it. So her dad, she has a picture there on their boat because he's a fisherman. A little different than what you might picture as a fisherman. Usually I picture, like a fishing rod. You might have a bobber. It sits out in the water. A fish bites it, you reel it in. They fish with traps. So they're trying to catch lobsters. So when you look at that, they label the trap that sits on the bottom. Then there's a rope, then there's a buoy. So the buoy is the only way that you can find where that trap is, because you don't just drag the bottom of the ocean to look for it. The ocean's way too big. So I like that they have the diagram in this because it helps you to understand how it all actually works. So on page 11, there they actually have a picture. So a diagram is drawn. Here you actually have a picture of a lobster trap. So I like that you can actually see, and there's that hole that they get in. They show you what the hook is. So they do use a hook, but the hook is for hanging bait. And the bait that they use are dead fish, like smelly dead fish. And that's what attracts the lobsters into that trap, and then they can't get back out once they get in there. So on page 13, we'll just peek at that too before you start reading. So there they have actual pictures of a hermit crab, which some kids have as pets, and a starfish. So those are real pictures, and they have them both labeled, which is kind of fun. The starfish, she talks about that she used to play with them too. So they have these little tubes under their arms. So they have those 5 arms. So almost, and they grab onto your fingers, and they it's like a suction cup that will stick. So she even talks about that, which is kind of fun. So really, as you read today, be thinking about what you would like, or maybe what you wouldn't like, living by the sea, and we'll talk about that. We're actually going to meet as 2 small groups tomorrow, and we'll do another book together, and we'll do some practice, but we'll all be zooming in. So enjoy your reading. I hope you like the book. All right, when you're done reading, then you're going in to the same Schoology folder, so the Gus one in the intervention group, and you're taking the quiz, because that's showing me that you actually read the book. Okay, have fun. Bye.